Hello and welcome everyone back to Endless Ocean Blue World, where last time we reached a halfway point, explored some Arctic waters and Antarctic waters, and now we've got our next clue thanks to GG. I was like, what the heck is his name? GCM of Chaos, thank you so much for that tier 1 subscription. 40 months now, saying, excuse me, tired from work and saw Spy Family is on Disney Plus, watched 3 episodes and have come to the conclusion that Anya must be protected at all costs. You are watching it correctly then, so good job. Eggroll with a tier 3 subscription, saying saying 47 months. I know this party will never stop because we have that backlog to get through. Keep up the great work and thanks for making such a great community possible. Oh, thank you so much, Eggroll. Oh, really do appreciate it. Yeah, we didn't get frostbite, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Smashman with 100 bits saying, so that Nintendo Museum Direct sure was neat, huh? There's actually a video game museum of sorts near where I live. Even has a giant controller that you can use to play games too. Just NES though. I doubt they could afford a massive Wii remote. Yeah, that was one of my takeaway from that whole thing was like, this is neat. I don't know if I'll ever get to go, but it's neat. But yeah, not too much to say about what we were doing last. There's still, of course, a ton of side quests and stuff that we can do, but for the most part, we've been sticking with it, and yeah, it's just I think it's probably best to just go ahead and do the next story segment, see what we're in for, and go from there. Enjoying all the memes about Miyamoto holding a gun, oh, I'm sure. Hey, Trog Nation. Yeah, giant Wii gamepad is definitely a little bit tricky. Although I guess if you put a frame of a gamepad, Wii U gamepad around the floor screen that they have, I guess there you go. Oh, I'd be Team Zapper. I didn't grow up with a Super Scope. I got no association with that. But I grew up with the Zapper. We salvaged a tourmaline ring. I've contacted our delightful customer, so he should be here very soon. Speak of him and he appears. Oh, I didn't realize it fulfilled a request. Ahoy, how's it going? Yeah, Super Scope got into Smash while the Zapper got into Splatoon. They even had to make sure to use the orange Zapper because the original one was gray. It looks more, you know, gun-like. Oh, so you did find the tourmaline ring. I must admit, you're not so bad after all. Sorry for putting you through that, but I felt I had to test you. Take this as an apology. Now let's get down to business. A very wealthy couple has asked me to salvage various items to them. They're bananas about antiques. They asked me to salvage some 18th century German pottery. And they didn't want just one piece, they want me to get them a full set. I'm gonna look for some of the items, but I need your help with one. I understand. So, what do you want us to salvage for you? I'll take care of the larger pieces, so you concentrate on finding a small jar from 18th century Germany. Don't let me down. No clue where that might be? Alright. Oh yeah, the scope is in Splatoon as well. Either way. Well, small items like the jars made in 18th century Germany aren't easy to find. You'll need to be patient. I've heard that small jars were found near the shipwrecks close to Triton Village in Cicero Strait. The multi-sensor showed no reaction to stone, metal, or wood, only to the mass of the object. In other words, the multi-sensor should only register density. You may need to carry many things this time, so you should buy a large bag from Nancy if you haven't already. After Nancy's appraised it, you know it's 18th century German pottery. Let me know you found it and I'll call our client to tell them. Can we get the large bag now? If we can get the large bag, I'm going to buy that. Nancy, get over here and sell me that bag. Let's see. Ordered lunch from a place called Super Smashburg. That's amazing. Les. Yes, we've reached the time skip era. That was a massive... That was a hour and 40-ish minute episode when the Raw got it down to that point. But yeah, that's definitely our longest episode to date. So we're definitely getting to new stuff I am not familiar with very soon. And yes, gold member, that absolutely threw me off for the longest time. Oh yeah, I feel fine from after yesterday. I'm not seeing a bigger bag. All right. If only the first century was just the 0th century. Yeah, when you put it like that, it makes sense. I just never consider it. Anyway, let's head to the Cortica River in South America. This is not an endless ocean, this is endless river. This Amazon tributary is known for its many shallows and the large variety of freshwater animals. Divers must be careful when swimming along its narrow channels, as its muddy waters cause poor visibility. Oh, Smash Matt, thank you very much for that gift sub going to Gregster. Thank you so much. Yeah, Brandon let me know that the Egghead Island arc is just finished up. So, that's always wild. Digging the song. We're nearly at the upstream region. The river is quite shallow here. Wow, it's a jungle. It's the one and only Amazon rainforest. Is this whatever? No matter what I do, every one of these episodes have been claimed, so screw it. Oh wow, you're only 10,000 bolts away from you to finish up your single stream request. That's crazy. No, but it's fine. We best be careful. It's full of dangerous animals. Well, what kinds of dangerous animals? Well, for starters, there's the caiman, which is related to the crocodile. Then there are piranhas, holy hell. And you can't forget about electric eels. How shocking. I'm more concerned about the piranhas. Real funny, Grandpa. Well, I'm glad we've got the pulsar. We should be just fine. I'm not so sure. It's piranhas. Oh yeah, our new suit where we get to go, where we don't have to wear a shirt. These gains can't be hidden. Don't rely on the pulsar too much. It's not normally used in fresh water. It may not work on all of these creatures. I'll stay aboard the boat and contact you if I have any advice. Oh, we're gonna get so many leeches. And I'll help you with the search. I'll find the treasure. You can find the piranhas. I feel the love from this group. I really do. Helps the songs kind of kick ass. Oh, there's the piranhas. We're dead. Our exposed top is immediately just torn apart. This freshwater river carries much of the Amazon's unique freshwater life, including dangerous piranhas and electric eels. I don't know if I'd enjoy Dave the Diver. I don't really know a whole lot about it. Man, that was timed well. Giddy up! We're going to swim upstream along the Cortica River. Our destination is Spirit Falls. It's a sacred waterfall feared by the locals for generations. They say that near the falls you can hear the song of dragons. I have a real good feeling that we'll find a Pacifica treasure there. There's got to be something hidden in a crazy place like that. I hide stuff in crazy places all the time, like my shoes. If we run into any dangerous creatures on the way, you got my back, right? As in I'll be watching your back as I run away? Yes. Oh yeah, and one other thing. I can also provide you with some salvage support. When you dive with me, you'll be able to hold 5 more salvage items than usual. If you want to know how many salvage items are left in an area, just talk to me. My salvager's perception is never wrong. Well, that's useful. In other words, if you want to shortcut to treasure and wealth, choose me as your diving partner. Oh yeah. Got all that? Then let's giddy up. Oh, the MEO demo's up. Nice. Well, now we have all these freshwater fish to take a look at. Tiger striped catfish. Great, we get to the Amazon and we're already getting catfished. Just our luck. Butterfly peacock bass. They just can't decide. Is it a butterfly? Peacock? Bass? Sure. That's not what I wanted. An alligator gar. Imagine running into an animal from back home out here. Fate brought us together, I guess. Okay. River sting. I didn't realize rivers got stingrays. And a red-tailed catfish. Oh, I don't doubt it, Time Sage. Coin. Paradoxical frog. Are we a tie bloop or something? And this place is just filled with fish. Tambaqui. New favorite Grunkle Stan quote: "A frown is just a smile that knows better." I think it's going to happen, Egg Roll. I think we are going to be streaming opening night of Gamescom. And I think I'll end up being part of that. Actually, we might as well fill in what we can. I feel so exposed swimming in this water. Oh, movie was great, Jace. I definitely enjoyed my time with Deadpool and Wolverine. Absolute love letter to the pre-MCU era of superhero movies. Very flat area of the Amazon. It kind of does, Cat Evie. Oh, I'd say swimming with a piranha would be worse than swimming with gators. Those things will strip you clean. That's something. I usually don't have this not much trouble finding stuff. Ah, there you are. Let's see if I get depressed about the fact that I can't carry anything. I don't know. Is the soundtrack of the new Endless Ocean this good? Because, hot damn. $62 salvageable items in Cortica River midstream? Holy hell! That's some salvager sense. Oh, there's our piranhas. Hey, Karagosa. Hello, can you hear me? Hayako Sakurai here. See those fish in front of you? Those are they're the notorious piranhas. But don't worry, the pulsar should be effective against them. You can't expect us to use the pulsar on each and every piranha. There's like 1,000 of them. We'll be torn to pieces in no time. I see your point. However, they're actually quite cautious fish. As long as they have enough food, they shouldn't bother you. Oh, I'm totally gonna get eaten. But I want them in my category. Oh, cool, you can get more info on them. No, thanks. Named for its red underside, it also has razor-sharp teeth. There are many types of piranha, but this one is most like what people imagine it to be. It eats other fish and small animals that fall into the water, and the sight of a large school feeding can be overwhelming. No kidding. Let's be dumb. Oh God. Let's pet the piranha. As you do. Yeah, just swimming amongst the piranhas. Yeah, no big deal. Good thing you can't actually die in this game. Good God. Excuse me, fellas. I think it's because it's linear, lass. It's a little easier to explore. It's definitely different from the other oceans. There's a uniqueness to it. That's just sort of nice. Oh, cool. Now we have the crocodile. That's a spectacled caiman, a type of crocodile. It's a relatively docile creature, but by no means harmless. You should avoid drawing its attention. Caimans are very protective of their young and can become extremely violent when attacking their natural enemy, the enormous anaconda snake. That would be a wild fight to see a caiman and a anaconda go at it. Silver arowana. Looks nice enough, I suppose. The silver color doesn't really have that wow factor, though. To tackle my attention, its whole body should be gold. Whoop! It needs to scream out like out at you, you know? Like a werewolf, if werewolf was a color. Now, I'm beginning to think GG might be a bit of an idiot. Call me crazy, but... I thought I heard of a arowana before. That's another one of the Animal Crossing fish, isn't it? Ow! Oh, there's its young. Yeah, no wonder it got a little upset at me. And we can actually go up on here. There we are. Kaiman Rider. So many fish, so little grill space. These fish are fine because I don't like seafood. So I have no inclination to eat these things. Giant otter. They're kind of ugly. I'll be honest. I don't know what it is. Oh, you definitely like this song. It'll start back up as soon as we go back in, Amy. Otters are typically cute. I don't know what it is with that one. There you go, Amy. It's building back up again. Excuse me. You know, just swimming amongst the crocodiles, as you do. Yeah, you'll like this song, Amy. Dumb ways to die. Oh, otters are extremely cute in real life. I feel bad for cutting off the song for Amy again. What are you talking about? It's cute, just the Wii graphics. You know, I can't help but feel like I should be getting mauled right now. I interrupted our song for nothing. Well, damn. I wonder if I can get my dolphin in here. I honestly don't know. So there's no way to fully explore this place until I open that up. Oh, well. Oh. Oh, more giant otters. Those sticks don't look that hard to move, right? Oh, what the heck? There we go. Karagosa, fun fact, sea otters eat sea urchins, which in turn eat kelp. Because of this, the more otters you have, the more kelp forest you have. Otherwise, you won't. You have what's called an urchin baron. Oh, I had no idea. This kind of environment is just perfect for the electric eel to conceal itself. It's a dangerous creature that carries an electrical charge, as its name implies. If you're not careful, you could find yourself getting a serious shock. They also breathe air, so they have to rise to the surface every now and again. Take care, because you can never tell where they might be lurking. Oh, and the electrical properties render the pulsar useless against them. If you should run into trouble for some reason, you should try using another tool to frighten them off. Good luck. I found, yeah, this guy. Arapaima. Are you serious? Is this it? It is it. Okay. Ow. I just wanted to catalog it. He's a lot fatter than I thought he'd be. Not a shame or anything, but I was expecting him to be a little bit more twisty. They're just not letting me in there. I came across it. I can look further into it. There we go. Close enough. And anything we can salvage in the meantime? There we go. Strong Nation, I did hear that Fantasy Life was delayed, which I think that's probably for the better, because I think it would have gotten buried in its current time slot. I have a feeling Amy's going to be looking up this song to download. This place is a real minefield. It's full of all kinds of dangerous creatures. I totally underestimated the Cortica River. I thought rivers were all about tubing and relaxing in the sun. If I was diving here alone, I'd be fish food by now. I'm really glad you're here. Anyway, let's get going. We're getting close now. The song's called Dulamon. It's sung in Irish Gaelic. And Irish folk song about seaweed? Oh my gosh, okay. The water is so much clearer than it was earlier. I'm seeing some completely different fish here too. I've got a real strong feeling that Spirit Falls is somewhere close by. A bicuda? Not a barracuda, just a bicuda. He's bicudaless. That's a big catfish. Alright, there's always something hidden behind the waterfall, so... we should be in luck. Not to be confused with the Barracuda. This has to be Spirit Falls. Hey, what's that at the bottom? Looks like it looks like it's man-made. Very interesting. Also frogs. Let's check it out. That is a giant catfish. The Paraiba catfish. Water's too hurly-burly, I can't quite see what it is. Looks like some sort of ancient floodgate. Let's get a Hayako on the horn, I'm sure she'll know something about it. So there's a floodgate behind the waterfall. Yep, and there are statues on either side that look like frogs. What's next, rainbows and unicorns? Those could very well be the statues of sacred frogs. Statues like that are found throughout the Cortica River Basin. If I remember correctly, there's a song about floodgates and frogs that comes from this area. How did it go? A frog that eats silver and a frog that eats lapis guard the king's floodgate one side apiece. Impress them each to open the gate. Lapis, lapis, silver, release. That sounds like a puzzle to me. It most indubitably does. Okay, so lapis has got to mean the bluestone lapis lazuli. That gives us silver and lapis lazuli, but these two frogs look the same. Though it says they eat silver and lapis lazuli, not that they're made of them. Are they filled with soup of silver and lapis lazuli somehow? This is so annoying. I've memorized that song at least, so let me know what you want if you want to hear it again, okay? Hold your horses. Don't you have a tool that you can use to investigate this? Do I? Hey, Chris. Okay, I think it's just indicating the frogs themselves. Do I have a tool for this? Also? I have no idea what they're talking about. As soon as I was younger. Even when I was little, I was super cool. Just like this little fella. Okay. Carp-sized catfish. Holy cow. Well, that looks suspicious. I have no idea. Food won't do crap. Pulsar won't do crap. Camera really won't do crap. Nope. Whistle doesn't do crap. Underwater pen. Well, let's talk to him and see what we got. Lapis, lapis, silver, lapis, silver. So I'm just gonna go left, left, right, left, right. As I'm running out of air. Left, left, right, left, right. Alright. Doesn't look like that was it. So we'll try right. Right. Left. Right. No, not you. Oh. Huh. Neither worked. Oh, I gotta return to the boat. Huh. Let's save for now. What in the world is it talking about in terms of I have a tool that will help me? I am quite confuzzled. I feel like I shouldn't be. Especially because I thought I did it right. I doubt this will help, but I guess we'll see. I'm just trying to clear out all possibilities. Wait a second. I get it now. Okay. God, I forget what are the three things it picks up. I think that's metal. I think that's stone. So this has to be the lapis lazuli. Hey, I'm using my brain. Look at that. Right, left, right, left. I didn't get it the last time because I accidentally talked to GG in the middle of it. So that was the trick, huh? My snorkel's off to you. Impressive stuff. Ahoy, what's that sound? Song of Dragons. What? No way. If that's really the Song of Dragons, we could be in big trouble. There might be some kind of dragon guarding the treasure up ahead. Let's go for it, but keep a cool head, like mine. Have you seen my hair? Yeah, that's not cool. They say that anyone who hears the Song of Dragons is cursed. I never believed any of that, but now they've heard it. Don't tell anybody I said this, but I'm totally freaked out. You'll be fine. Fine. Black arowana. That fish can actually jump out of the water to capture its prey. Not sure I could ever ever swim fast enough to jump out of the water. Well, unless there was a corn dog to jump for, then I probably would. What? GG is weird. Not getting any of that. Jump for corn dogs. Alright, freshwater dolphins. Those are a thing. Twilight Temple. We have now entered Zelda. What is this? Sounds like you found something. Oh, check it out. An ancient temple submerged in an underground lake. GG reported the details of the discovery to Hayako. Very interesting. From your description, I think I know what we have here. It's quite different from the ruins typically found in these parts. In fact, it bears a striking resemblance to other ruins found around the world. Just like the Pacifica treasure and the lapis lazuli tablets, it looks like it was left behind by the Okeanades. Jackpot! The Pacifica treasure has got to be here. Yeah, I can't hear the Song of Dragons anymore. And we haven't seen any crazy dragons yet. Did I imagine them? So where on earth did that sound come from? I actually remember watching the original Hoodwinked and enjoying it at the time. I don't know if it holds up any good. A green terror. It's a very short description. Chausius. Can you hear me? This is John Eric. That's an Amazon river dolphin. A unique thing about them is that their neck vertebrae aren't fused together. This allows them to bend their necks at 90-degree angles to their bodies. It gives them a unique advantage when hunting fish in narrow rivers. I have so much respect for dolphins. They truly are amazing creatures. So we'll explore all this. Feels like you can just barely get those spots open. We triggered the music. Probably no more. It is above the surface. They made sure it was really not much. Oh, that's not the door. This was the door. Blue discus. Dorado. We found the El Dorado. Or just El Dorado, because I'm basically saying the, which is not quite right. Oh, the Cortica slate. Oh, Aliens is really good. Aliens, really good stuff. So that tablet's made from lapis lazuli. It could be another Okeanos tablet, like the one found in Valka Castle. This one is in the best condition of all the ones I've seen so far. Probably because it's been sitting in fresh water. But how come there's no sign of any gold? Maybe this Pacifica treasure isn't here after all. Boo. Yeah, that sound again. What are we gonna do? Find the source. Are you serious? I think I'll set this one out. Fine, fine. I was just kidding anyway. Lead the way. Sounded like it was coming from near Spirit Falls. Let's go back and check it out. Yeah, it's nice there were never any other aliens movies. I streamed Alien Isolation a long time ago. That was a good time. I really enjoyed that game. Still has one of my favorite scares I've ever experienced. Got a bit of the old crazy laugh that I experienced during my slow fall in Mega Man 3. Alright. Let's head back. I've never watched any of the other Aliens movies. I've only experienced Alien, Aliens, and Alien Isolation. Whoa, wait up. Great gravy, that's a crocodile in here. There's a crocodile in here. We'll never get by it. It's crazed. I think it wants a GG burger. You've got skills with Pulsar, right? Well, get to zapping. Shut that beast down. We'll be fine. The spectacle kindly was calmed. Boy, it certainly looked crazed, all right. Whoo, doggy, what was that all about? Maybe that was the curse of the Song of Dragons. Not that I believe any of that balderdash. I thought it was an actual crocodile, but no, just another caiman. Aliens infestation. I don't think I've really heard of that one. Not you. All right, let's get a move on. Crocodilian all the same. True. Oh, excuse me, very true. Oh. Are you seeing this? You've got to be kidding me. Please tell me there's not actually a whale here. Hayako, you hearing this? I hear you loud and clear. A whale has managed to swim all the way up there. No, a helicopter must have dropped it off or something. It couldn't have swam here. Actually, it's not as unbelievable as it sounds. Minke whales normally live in the Atlantic Ocean, but a few years ago one was spotted in a tributary of the Amazon River. It was over 1,000 miles from the ocean. It's a very unusual situation, but such reports have become increasingly common lately. It's still not clear whether it's caused by failure of the whale's echolocation or by some other problem. There are theories that environmental changes may be a contributing factor. Well, paint me my nose red and call me a clownfish. I had no idea. I thought it was a wild river dragon for sure. What a relief. Let's call it a day. A long day. No Pacifica treasure, but at least we found a new tablet. Heiko was able to read the inscriptions on the last one. Let's hope she's able to decipher this one too. Who knows what we might learn. Whale in the Amazon. Excuse me. Yeah, Antarctic Minke whale. Alright, back to the boat. Oh, that sounds neat, Trog Nation. Well, at least that one was finished. How'd it go? That was one wild and crazy adventure. I was definitely the star. Okay, co-star. So that's what happened. I didn't realize Gigi was just a scaredy catfish. Oh man, why'd you have to go and tell him all that stuff, or made up stuff? You don't actually think something like the Song of Dragons would scare me, do you? So you heard the Song of Dragons here too. Fascinating. But this time nothing happened. You both returned here safely. We were attacked by a ferocious croc. It was the curse, I tell you. Anyway, we did find this. The Cortica Slate, one of the Okeanos tablets. Hey, can you read it? Hey, you can read it, can't you? What does it say? This is amazing. It's the most well-preserved one so far. Even the most intricate parts are clearly legible, so I should be able to decipher it in no time. Very interesting. Song of Dragon just whale calls? I mean, that kind of makes sense. The entire rise and fall of the Okeanides is chronicled here. According to this, they were a people who spoke to and controlled dragons. To do this, they used something they referred to as the dragon flute. The dragon flute was made of lapis lazuli, and it could be used to awaken the dragons and give them orders. We got some RPG music going on. However, the dragon flute was ultimately dismantled and thrown into the deepest depths of the sea, in order to protect the royal treasure, which is guarded by the dragons. The lapis lazuli flute thrown into the deepest depths of the sea. Oceana's pendants. Oh my gosh, yes! That's it, the pendants my dad left. Grandpa, didn't you say that you and my dad found it during a deep sea survey? When you were working together years ago? So these two pendants must fit together to form the dragon flute. Oh wait, there's more. It says the dragon flute was divided into 3 pieces. And when they are all assembled, the dragons can be awoken. Cool, we can bring about the end of the world. Did you say 3 pieces? So where's the 3rd piece? Let's go search the place where Jean-Eric and your father found those 2 pieces. I won't miss that 3rd piece like they did. That won't be necessary. The 3rd piece is in the HD-9, the submarine Matthias was in when he had the accident. How do you know that? We can talk about that later. I'm sure everyone is pretty tired by now. Are we actually going to meet his dead son? I'll tell you the whole story when we're back on Nineball Island. Jean-Eric is ready to confide something from deep within his past. You return to Nineball Island to listen to his story. Alright, that's chapter 4 done. That felt quicker than the last one. Maybe we'll do an hour of side quest stuff and then we'll do some more story stuff. A new tablet with more information was found in the Cortica River, hidden in submerged Okeanos ruins. It says the Okeanides used a dragon flute to play the Song of Dragons to the dragons they controlled. They left the dragon flute behind as the key to the Pacifica treasure. Are Oceana's pendants the dragon flute? And what does Jean-Eric know about it? Alright, you promised you'd tell us. Let's hear it. The key to the Pacifica treasure is the dragon flute, which is in 3 parts. Oceana has 2 of them. And you say the 3rd one is where her father's sub sank. What's it doing there? Well, it all began 20 years ago. Matthias and I used the HD-9 submarine to explore the depths of the Zahab region in the Red Sea. We heard a strange sound there. Now that I think about it, perhaps it was the Song of Dragons. Immediately afterward, we found 3 pieces of lapis lazuli. I thought they were old jewelry. I never imagined they could be the dragon flute, the key to the Pacifica treasure. Once we returned to land, Matthias examined them, and I can only imagine that he realized what they actually were. That was when he started hunting for the Pacifica treasure. The rest you know. So Dad had all 3 pieces of the dragon flute? Yes, 15 years ago. You were very young. Matthias went back down to the Zahab region depths in the HD-9, but something went wrong and the submarine's engines failed. The submarine could not move and the air inside ran out. When the rescue team went down and found the submarine, it was empty. He must have tried to escape. Without the proper equipment, at a depth of over 500 feet, he tried to swim for it. Man, that's really something. I'm so sorry, he was very brave. The rescue team found only 2 pieces of the flute. The third part must still be in the submarine. That's the whole story. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you for telling me everything. I know it's not easy to talk about. And please understand, the Pacifica treasure is the one connection I have left with Dad. I'm very sorry for not listening to you, but I need to figure out the Song of Dragons and find the Pacifica treasure. No. No, I can't. I can't let you go after the Song of Dragons and the Pacifica treasure by yourself. I will go with you. I need to be able to face the past and Matthias. Grandpa, thank you. We'll all solve the mystery of the Song of Dragons together. That's all there is to it. Giddy up! I guess I'm with you guys to the end too. Aiko, GG. Hey, don't saddle my seahorse. I'm only in it for the Pacifica treasure. Let's go to the Red Sea. I don't know what your reference... I don't know what it could have been a reference to, honestly, Karagosa. Right. L&L Diving Service is going to solve this mystery. Alright, oh, how's our Marine Encyclopedia going? Oh, there's still 7 pieces of freshwater life I've not seen. Probably at night. Anyway, that's that. Second slate. So many more quests. All right, the Bluebird. All right, and the German pottery. Gosh, some more special requests. There's a route blocked by a fallen tree somewhere. Okay. I thought I did buy that guitar. That's all that. How are we doing on coins? What? Only 13 and got still 2. That's that. Nancy? Oh, sweet. New diving equipment. Let's praise the items first. Let's see. A decanter. Glass buoy. Ivory ring. So far, a lot of repeats. Fiction magazine. Die-cast model. Sketch. Matryoshka dolls. Bun Raku puppet. Well, there we go. Look at that gold. They blade depths up to 100 feet. More battery. Now we're spending it. More air. Get that large bag. And might as well. Yay, we're broke. Well, so much for that. What do you got to say, Heiko? Diving deeper than the usual depth limits is called deep diving. Obvious, isn't it? It's a type of technical diving that requires special air and diving techniques. I can prepare the air you need, but I don't know any of the techniques. Sorry. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Here's a new title for your efforts. Nothing new there. I don't know how I'm planning to do the deep dive thing. Snorkelizing. I'll tell you when we get there. Awesome, your salvage skills are coming along swimmingly. I've got a sweet new title for you. Midnight Asteroid. What the hell? You got some really cool titles, but don't get me wrong, you'll never be as cool as me. You alright? So I bought the guitar, but apparently I've never used the guitar, so I need to use it in order to fill some quest. You bought a guitar, can you actually play? Really? Was there anything you can't do? I'd like to listen, but there's this new guide request that came in. It seems pretty urgent. If you want to take it, come talk to me, okay? Okay. It did. I think it did say oceanography upperclassmen. Remember your first day here when I dropped my pendant underwater? That must have been an incomplete Song of Dragons. I haven't got any new sales figures yet, but oh, and thanks for the completed maps. Temple Falcon. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to continue the Bluebird stuff, I think. Unless there's any other any specific requests on what I should do. Oh, yeah. Need to get a photo of a humphead wrasse in Gautama Atoll at some point. Bluebird, I need to go to Ice Dances in the Frozen South. Okay, let's go there first. To Antarctica to find a bird. Because that makes sense. I would assume I've gotten all the best upgrades at this point, but there might be one more. So I kind of need some cash flow. Oh God! Why? The roar should be visible in the sky tonight. Well, I am literally about to freeze my nipples off. Oh yeah, I forgot about Echo. Let's hear it for cosmetics. Alright, so I need one of the southern places, so let's just go down to this area and then see what we can find. My God, we must be so cold. Well, if I wasn't cold before, I'm definitely cold now. Actually, I don't know what would be colder at this point. Oh, hey! Look at all these penguins! Let's hope they're not the penguins from Futurama, then we're in real trouble. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. Emperor penguins are large even by Antarctic standards. It's amazing how many creatures indigenous to the Antarctic call these icebergs home. If you go ashore, you may be able to get a chance to see some of them up close. The southwest region of the giant iceberg would be a good spot to try. You'll find it east of region A3 on the dive map. If you're interested, it's definitely worth a visit. Okay then. Sure, I come ashore and they all leave. I see how it is. Oh yeah, there was some drop frames, but looks like it's good now. Okay, Bluebird. You'd think it would stand out. Unless... Bluebird? You're not a bluebird. Alright. Not this area. Extremely well dressed for the occasion. I mean, I'd be extremely cold if I didn't have my gloves on. Out of curiosity, how much is there to salvage in this area? Wow, there's still 57 things to salvage in this area? That's nuts. Okay, I was like, did I get those? Apparently I did. Whew. Big boys. A Weddle seal. It's a whittle seal. Then we got a big old seal. Right, no sign of the bluebird. Yeah, I'm hunting for the bluebird, lass. At some point we'll find it. Maybe. It's so funny we got a cutscene about the emperor penguins, but we'd already found them. Hi, Orca. Wow, a pod of orcas. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. It looks like they're after the penguins. Penguins are well adapted to the Antarctic, but they do fall prey to many undersea predators. In addition to orcas, they're also hunted by leopard seals. Sensing dangers, the penguins jump from the sea one after another. Once ashore, they have no natural predators. Even so, orcas are quite persistent and will come right to the water's edge. Oh my god, that one almost got eaten. He's like right there. They do this because seals and sea lions tend to hang out nearby. I don't know, I feel like they should have gotten a few penguins in that case. In any case, those penguins who escaped will live to see another day. I don't know. It feels like one of those penguins should have got eaten. Ooh, excuse me. Chinstrap penguin. I can definitely see why they got that name. Alright, a bluebird is not in any of the places we already explored. Good to know. Look, good night, Gregster. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Time to actually get exploring. There's a place to surface in the northeast. But we shall see. Food? I want the multi-sensor. Find another place to surface. got way away from that. Whoops. Apparently it was not an underwater place to surface, it was just normal. Who knew? Oh, baby emperor penguins are friggin' adorable. And they love the emperor penguins for these cutscenes. There are many penguins gathered together. They're keeping their eggs warm. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. If I'm not mistaken, this is what they do to incubate their eggs. I hope they all hatch successfully. Let's come back later and take another look. Still no sign of our bluebird. Just lots of other birds. Where's the dancing? We need dancing. I didn't think there'd be so many places to look for the friggin' bluebird in this. Holy crap, there are a lot of cutscenes in this place. Smashmore with 100 bits saying, oh yeah, almost forgot. The first Emio the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club demo launches tonight. It's supposed to have the prologue in Chapter 1, with Chapter 2 launching in August 22nd, and Chapter 3 launching the 27th. I like this angle. It's a nice way for people to get invested in the game's story bit by bit before the full release. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, there's the Antarctic mink whales. Mink whales belong to the baleen whale family, the same as the giant blue whale. As you can see, even a fully grown adult isn't very big. In fact, it's only about as large as a baby blue whale. And now I can't see them anymore. But yeah, I think the marketing on Emio has been freaking fantastic. It's been really smartly done, in my opinion. Gets that right level of intrigue and interest. Oh. Let's see if we get lucky for this. Yeah, the whale from the Amazon. That thing's freaking cute. More birds showing up, but not the one we're looking for. But hey, at least we found a South Polar School, Polar Skua. That's what we've been commenting about. It's like, that's just.
You got gloves.
Yeah, exactly. Got gloves on, got shoes on. You know, all the core is nice and warm. We're
Apparently
fine. I know, right? Apparently it's cosmetic. I honestly thought it would switch to like a more appropriate diving suit. Yeah. But you can choose to like
even in there.
yeah, you can choose to wear any suit, but apparently it's just any suit.
This has no temperature gauge like Breath of the Wild.
No.
Cold never bothered him anyway.
I mean, I say that and then I come up and just immediately die from a heart attack or something just because the adrenaline finally ran out.
I don't know if it's the same cold temperature.
No. I'm just... There's a side quest involving finding a bluebird in each area. And it's, of course, above water, so I'm just trying to find the appropriate place to land. Although at the rate I'm going, it really feels like the last place that in the top right is where I'm actually going to find it, so of course. Thanks. Finding a bluebird in each area. Who didn't run around as shirtless Shulk in Valley Mountain? I usually gave Shulk a shirt. Well, I think typically. I don't know, you have my playthrough to base it off of. Alright. The bluebird better be here. Unless I somehow missed it. I think I might have missed it. Well, there's still a little bit to. It said in the south cold water, so I assumed that was it meant the Antarctic. Was it actually talking about the Arctic in that case? Because if so, ugh. Well, in that case, check this one. We'll just finish off the map and I'll look it up. Because yeah, we've filled out the map and I've checked every one of those locations. Let me see here. Oh, let's see. Oh. So, that last region that I was exploring is the right place. The problem is there needs to be a snowstorm at the same time. I don't know how to guarantee a snowstorm happening. That's really dumb. Well, at least inconvenient. Does this count as a snowstorm? I'm just gonna dive again and see what we have. Welcome to Mega Man 04 preview with weather shenanigans. Is there weather? Is there weather shenanigans in 04? Get into the ocean and I immediately get pushed around. Come on, snowstorm. Oh, that seems like a good sign. Start walking towards magnetic south. Excellent. Is this not snowstormy enough? I guess not. Apparently nothing can kill me as a diver. There we go. Might as well just swim with each of them. Now I'm really challenging the elements. Swimming in the Antarctic with a snowstorm going on. I am dead inside. And kind of outside, really. Every inch of me is probably frozen solid. Bear Grylls is quaking in fear at your resilience. All this for a bluebird. Alright, where is it at? Honestly, Oceana's taken the snowstorm quite well herself. Wait. There you are. Doesn't seem to be affected by the cold. The bird is singing a beautiful song. When curtains cover the sky in the frozen north... Curtains cover the sky? Frozen north? What could that mean? Well, to the Arctic. Seeker BCD. I don't know what the heck is a Seeker BCD. Alright. Now we're off to the Arctic. There's no way I'm warming up anytime soon, apparently. And okay, this is definitely a pain. Only on certain nights where the aurora is visible. I think I need to leave and come back. Because I think I need him to make a comment about the fact that the aurora is being visible. This is extremely specific for this freaking bluebird. Holy cow. We'll look for them later. Back to the Arctic. Ice swimming competitions. Perfect. We'll be fine. I don't need a snowstorm. I need Aurora Borealis. May I see it? Apparently not. Oh, goodness. This is just one side quest. Others are probably, you know, obviously more quick to finish, but still. Alright. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Get your heart out, Daisy Ridley. It drives me nuts that he made a comment about the Aurora Borealis the first time we went there, but to the Antarctic, but nothing yet. Alright. We'll worry about the frickin' bird later. We'll do one more side quest and then we'll like do the next story segment. Just to keep things moving. By the way, I've added to my list of guided tour locations. That's it. Ask me again anytime. I still have no idea what that BCD whatever thing it does. Let's see if we can do a salvage mission. Why not? Said that an ancient tribe hid their treasure in a secret cave somewhere in Gautama Atoll. I don't know. Let's go to Gatama Atoll and see what we can salvage. I wish there was a way to refer to the book, that notebook, when it was off, because like I look at a few of them and you kind of have to keep them in very much in mind. And it's not always the easiest. Oh yeah, I forgot about our dog. Let's go there. Apparently there's some sort of sea cave around here somewhere. You know, just 68 available items to salvage. Jeez. Oh, got something. I had something. I lost it. Anything? I am missing something terribly. Oh, you just have to finish the story. The thing, it's one of those games where you finish the story and it's just like, aha! Now you can just go off and do all the other stuff that you had left that you had opened up during the course of the game. There's your end game. There we go. We're just taking a look at some stuff. See what we can find. See if we can find anything neat to make our collection complete. You know how it goes. There you are. Yeah. I have to imagine that, honestly, if I was playing this on my own, I'd probably just look up a guide for, like, where to find the, at least the quest salvage stuff or the other quest things. Because, it's a lot. And just keeping track of it all, I'm sure it's a bit of a nightmare. We're just going salvaging for a bit, embracing our inner Rex. Oh yeah, didn't we need a picture of this guy? Hold on. Yeah, we need... Hey, there we go. There's a mission we can do. Hold on. You turned away from the camera, you jerk. That should do the trick anyway. This makes you want to replay the Uncharted series, really? Just because of the treasure hunting aspect of the game? I have to assume that's it, because those two games are very much not alike. I wonder if there's only a finite amount of things you can salvage because of Gigi's words. That is true, Nathan did become a salvager. It's funny how this section really does just feel like a opening level now. It's so simple. Finding a ton in terms of salvage around here. Actually, I have an idea of where we can go. Let me just make sure. Let's go this way. I bet this is where the... we just gotta go deep if we want to find that cave. So we're just gonna go this way and see what we find. And then we'll call it for this section, because that's my best guess where we might find stuff like that. And then I think we'll actually do more of the story. In fact, it's actually quite possible, depending on how much story is left, that we could finish this game next Monday. Still going the right direction. Dang, no more Irish music. Say, I lose that. Of course, I went to the area that has all the small stuff to salvage now that I have a large bag. Almost got it figured out. Let's see if we can find a cave. Look, it's a pod of humpback whales. It appears they're going to hunt fish together. See all those fine bubbles they're blowing? That's called a bubble net. It limits the vision and movement of their prey. Super whales can trap a ton of fish with that technique. And then they swim through the bubble net in unison, eating huge mouthfuls of fish. Whales certainly are intelligent. That's pretty cool. I don't think I knew about that. I can't remember if I already got humpback whales on my list or not. Let's face back this way. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. No. I've only played the first Last of Us egg roll. I certainly enjoy it, but the funny thing is that it sticks out more in my mind because my original PlayStation 3 broke while I was in the middle of a critical cutscene of the original of Last of Us, and I could not, like, I was like pretty far into the game, and I just could not go back because it was just like, after all that, I gotta do it all again. So I didn't actually finish Last of Us until the remastered version came out on PS4. I think that's good. Let's take a look at what we salvaged up, and then we'll head to the place where the final dragon whistle is. I just realized I still haven't leveled up my dolphin. I don't know how much work it takes to do that. I found a rock and a box. Pottery. Aluminum. Hey, salvage level increased. I forget what that means. Actually, what did I need to do for that picture? I gotta talk to Nancy for that. Wait. Wait, get back here, Nancy. I got this picture of the humphead wrasse. Okay. Maybe I need to develop the photo? here we go. There it is to develop. Okay, maybe now this will work. Nope, I got no clue. Oh well. Did what I could. I have the original Zillia, but I never picked up a sequel because I never beat the first one. Oh, he looks a bit unhappy. There he is. Now he's happy. All right, I did get the porpoise as well. We'll play with our dolphin a bit, then we'll head out for some story. Hey, learned a new trick. Alright, spin jump. That's cool. There you go. What it takes to get this thing to level up from new recruit. You're such a way with words. Alright, time for a wave. How you enjoying the MEO demo, Pedro? And I suppose we should play with our porpoise. He is a little restless right now. Plays identically to the previous games. That's probably not a bad thing. It sticks to that tradition. Hey, there's its new trick. See how well you sing. I wonder if there's any difference between these two, or is it just a matter of preference? Oh, I found something. And apparently we can speak porpoise. Fresh fish. Alright, we'll have some. I don't know where the fresh fish goes, but cool, we have it. Let's head out. We have porpoise now. Alright, off to the Red Sea. This area off Egypt's east coast sports a breathtaking coral reef. Divers come from far and wide to explore its shallows and depths, while others gather here to watch whales all year round. This place hasn't changed one bit in 20 years. The Red Sea, the barrier between northeast Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, has played a large role throughout human history. And there's a lot of sunken treasure here. It's like a salvager's paradise. If you go northeast of here to the center of the area, you'll see two large fissures in the seafloor known as the Twin Crevasses. It was deep within those crevasses that we first discovered the Song of Dragons. The submarine HD-9 should still be down there too. So how deep are the Zahab region depths? About 500 to 650 feet deep. Really? It's that deep? What about the water pressure? I prepared a special air mixture for our deep dive. But don't forget, we'll use up a lot more air at those depths. I'm not sure if we'll even have enough time to finish our investigation. And that's where I come in. Your man has another plan. I call this one Operation Air Station. It's simple, really. First, we fill a huge tank with a special air mixture. Then we drop it over the side of the boat and down the crevasse. If we start running out of air, no problem. We'll just head to the big tank and refill our tanks from it. Ah, I get it, like a gas station, but with our special air. Exactly. Impressive, I know. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. The boat is now over the Twin Crevasses. You know, it would make it a lot easier to find this submarine if somebody could split the Red Sea. The tank has been successfully sunk into the southern crevasse. As Gigi said, let's now refer to that tank as an air station. First order of business, dive down into the southern crevasse and find the air station. I've marked the location of the Twin Crevasses on your map. Everything's in place. I'll leave it up to you to choose your dive partner. I'll monitor the situation from the boat and provide any support I can. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. About time. I like your fire. Let's go. And I'm going to go with Oceana. She doesn't have anything too special at the moment, but she is story important. This is a huge area. Holy crap. Pods of gray whales can be seen here year-round. A long fissure runs along the seabed as if the sea is inviting divers to its depths. Karagosa, I have played Sonic and the Secret Rings. It's one of the games that actually got me back into the Sonic series. Or at least I played when I returned to the Sonic series. That and Shadow the Hedgehog, of all things. Hey down there, can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. The entrance to the Zahab region depths is through the Twin Crevasses. I've marked the location on your map, just be sure to follow it as you dive. True to their name, the Twin Crevasses are a pair of chasms running north-south. I've sunk the air station into the southern crevasse. I recommend you start your exploration of the depths from there. Alright. go. Look at that. Immediately turtle. Oh, just a green sea turtle. Alright. Might as well say hi to Whale Friend before we go down. Rusty, you really made out in that deal. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. That's the mighty gray whale. It's an endangered species. They take the humans very well, which is why they've been all but wiped out. There are conservation groups trying their best to preserve the population, but offshore oil fields and shipping traffic continues to endanger their habitat. The day they're able to live without threat of extinction can't come soon enough. Alright, down we go. This place is a huge... I don't know, that's the northern crevasse. So I needed a southern crevasse. That's the northern crevasse. The air station is in the southern crevasse. Head over there to begin your exploration of the depths. Yeah, I said that as soon as you... Nope, that's still the northern crevasse. Just making a crevasse out of myself. Kirby RPG would be pretty neat. That's still the northern crevasse. Well, I didn't... I kind of want to make a Kirby Warriors game, if only because the name would be the perfect name for it is just right there with Kirby Star Warriors. Let's see. The deeper you dive, the more dangerous things become. Please be careful. A world bereft of sun, these caverns contain their own unique forms of marine life. This includes deep water sharks, so enter with caution. Oh, cool. We get more sharks. That's another good song. You're down pretty deep, but you've got a ways to go. The air station is at the very bottom of the southern crevasse. First, make your way to the air station and replenish your air supply. Also, remember that at those depths, neither your equipment nor diving level will reduce the amount of air you use. There's just no avoiding these songs. Barrel eye. We're gonna start seeing some freaky looking fish, that's for sure. Pelican eel. Long-nosed lancetfish. I'm still doing this shirtless. Splendid Alfonsino. Found the air station? Nice work. Go ahead and replenish your air supply. Excellent. This air station will serve as your base while you're exploring down here. You should return here to refill your tank as soon as your air starts to run low. The submarine HD-9 started its investigation from these chimneys. Well, by chimneys I mean hydrothermal vents. They're common in volcanic areas. Alright, first we must retrace the movements of the HD-9. When Matthias worked underwater, he kept track of where he had been by marking the area with metal plaques. Each one was dated so that he'd know where to start his next time out. Use your multi-sensor to search for metallic objects on the crevasse floor. Okay, so it doesn't actually... Oh, chimney forest. Oh, Chris Truck's working on Castlevania 2. Oh boy. Honestly, it's a guide game, but I still have fun with it. Having a peaceful song in the deep weirdly works. Yeah, it does. I think I got turned around. No, I didn't. Oh man. Honestly, I'd be really happy if they put Castlevania 64 on the NSO. Again, it's not great, but it's better than people give it credit for. I think I took a wrong... I missed a turn, so we're going to go this way this time. Castlevania 64 Legacy of Darkness? Legacy of Darkness, probably, just because it is the more complete version. Apparently I missed a turn. Aha! That's really impressive, Cloud Strife. Look, it's kind of cute in a ghastly sort of way. That tiny body, that huge mouth, the symmetry is hilarious. There's very little food down at these depths, so it's better to be smaller. Is nature beautiful? A humpback anglerfish. Popeye grenadier. Oops. That plaque is dated 3 days before the accident. Somehow you've managed to reach the depths of the northern crevasse. Is that bad? Oh, I needed to unequip my frickin'. I need to unequip while I was using it in order to actually look at the dates. I see now where I was making my mistake. Alright. Well, we need to return so we can get some air. It'll be interesting when I finally do get to the Dead Cells Castlevania stuff egg roll. Okay, that cave seems to be the way to go. So, the way we were going was the right direction. Where we ended up in the northern crevasse, ironically enough. Back the way we came. Unless we want to check out this one. There's a side path there, so maybe this is the way we want to go. And it does fill out things, so... Two birds, one stone and all that. Lots of blind shrimp. Oh, I think we found some sharks. No idea where they're at, but... Oh, I don't think I can look at it because of the shark nearby. Oh, there he is. Back here so I can identify you. There we go. That is a blunt-nosed six-gill shark. Keep your distance from it. It's one of the more vicious animals in the sea and it can move extremely fast. Many have fallen victim to its large and powerful tail. Remember, a lot of deep-sea life is still a mystery to us. Keep your guard up. I love the shark just casually following us. There it is. I've seen a lot of people saying about how much they love Disco Elysium. Hey, there we go. Coin. That's where I've been. I needed this one. Giant isopod. Look at all those little legs moving as it scurries about. They're so cool. Should use one of those as our company logo. They bet we get 10 times more business. What, you don't think so? But how can anyone resist a giant isopod? Quite easily, in fact. Did you hear something from that cave? Maybe it was just me. I already explored the other cave. Or maybe not. Let's take a look. Coin. I didn't go all the way to the back. I had no idea I was playing so poorly, New Age Nub, but in SMT, but frankly, don't care. That game truly pissed me off. There we go. So we did find the way forward. It just freaked me out because it's like, oh, it's in the northern crevasse. I'm like, oh, wait, I guess we're supposed to be southern crevasse. Devil Survivor overclocked Karagosa. I can appreciate what it does, but my God, that amount of grinding necessary. Up we go. What else can we find here? Devil Survivor requires either a ton of grinding or knowing exactly what's coming up and having exact teams deal with it. Neither is particularly fun when you're up at when you're at endgame. Yeah. New Aged, I'm sorry, but that requires prior knowledge. I don't believe for a second anybody can just start up Desi 1, naturally figure it out, and beat it without having to do a single free battle. Like it's dated 2 days before the accident. This is a good spot. I'll sink another air station here in the northern crevasse. Ah, excellent. We needed that. Might as well refill. These spiky fellas. A sea pig. That's not spiky, actually. These guys find food by rooting through the sand and mud on the seafloor. I'd love to have a pet sea pig someday. What in the world? Some weird looking animals down in the ocean depths. It's really freaky. That'll do, sea pig, that'll do. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess that's true. You have played a lot more SMT than I have, and that does count for a lot. When you get to the rhythm of a game, it's a lot easier. It was dated 1 day before the accident. It seems Matthias continued even further into this cave. What a monstrous giant squid. It appears to have taken up residence in this cave. It's far too dangerous to try and enter while that beast is hanging around. I see. A giant squid is blocking your path. I doubt the pulsar would be of any use against a creature of that size. What can we do? You know, the sperm whale is the natural enemy of the giant squid, and sperm whales often travel through the northern crevasse. If there was some way we could guide with them down here, it might frighten the giant squid into leaving the cave. Well, that's certainly an idea. I was trying to get there. Let's get some air, then we'll go up top and see if I can, I think, use the whistle? Yeah, that actually is a thing. Come to me. Ooh. Okay. I want the whistle anymore. There we go. Fanfin. And a firefly squid. Okay, I thought I already saw that one. Just all the little spaces to explore. Hmm. I assume we have to go way up here in order to get the sperm whale to come down. Hopefully this is right. New Age, I actually beat SMT4. Oh, hey, sperm whales, I think. Gray whale, same, close enough. Hey, buddy, you gonna come down here with me? Is it actually following? It is not. Oh yeah, F-Zero GX. To be fair though, F-Zero GX is really hard. The thing is, I think there's only so much entertainment value when, you know, of me beating my head against a wall for how long. Oh, I definitely enjoyed F-Zero GX. No doubt about that. Okay, where the heck is a sperm whale? Got an orca. Do you want to go eat a giant squid? Found an orca. Really, I'm surprised one has come to the Sahab region. Orcas have been seen all over the world, but they rarely appear in warm waters. Perhaps they've come here for some special reason. I rage quitted much earlier in the story. Yeah. It's funny how everybody has different limits with different games. Hey, Aaron Bitarbo. To be honest, I don't plan on letting any of the Mega Man games break me. Mega Man DOS 3 certainly was rough, but I don't know. I still count that as a win. Like, especially when the game literally started breaking it. I beat it. I got so close that it was like, we're just gonna break the game now. Okay, where in the world is the humpback whale? Or no, sperm whale. Sperm whale is what I need. So much fish variety here and so many little things to explore. I just want to find my sperm whale. Can't picture me ever gamer raging. I've gotten close. There are definitely moments where it just is like, come on. I think I'll be okay against that, Eggroll. I've actually beaten Mega Man Zero before. Oh wow, that's crazy, Karagosa. Happy birthday to him. 99. Crazy birds underneath the water. Nice. I gotta feel like I gotta focus on them. Oh, it's just the albatross again. I already saw you. Be finding a sperm whale by the end of this. Well, there's a landing point. Might as well surface and see what we find. White pelican. A much wider area than I was expecting. But I doubt I can explore it. I don't think there's that much to really explore up here. Oh wow, that's crazy. Egg roll. Plant boss from Final Fantasy V. I don't think I've gotten too far into Final Fantasy V to know what plant boss you're talking about. Oh, we went far up the coastline. You think a sperm whale would be easy to spot, but apparently not. I would have thought it'd be close to the crevasse, but I was gonna say, did we find him? No. The Longfisher. Yeah, I've never beaten Final Fantasy III because of that, Rusty. I was playing the 3D version, got all the way to Cloud of Darkness, died. I'm like, nope, I can't do that again, and I never returned to it. I felt Johnny's pain when he was playing that, and he played the original version. Granted, he had save states and all that. Well, not save states, but he had all the, you know, the ability to fast forward so he could grind more. But yeesh. It's amazing how one boss that we get stuck at can just completely kill the enjoyment. And I think Persona 5 Royal has that issue because of the way they changed up the space boss. I'll put it that way. I was able to beat it myself when I played it, but our son Chase, he was checking out because he was kind of curious, and he was getting really into Persona 5 Royal, having a great time. But then he was never able to beat that boss. And I couldn't actually help him because his setup was so different from mine that it's just I didn't have a good way of dealing with it. Yeah, and he lowered the difficulty as much as he could too. It sucks. It sucks when that happens. Okay, where is this sperm whale? Super drop off. I guess just head out to here just to see if I can find anything. Where in the world is this sperm whale? There's a cave over here. Let's check this out. Might have to look this up. A zebra shark. I know. I needed to fight a squid. Alright. Okay. Just took a look just to see where the heck it might be. One appears at and one appears at the, above the twin crevasses at night. Oh joy. Let's save real quick. Captain Ahab. Alright, let's head down. What is this, Gen 2? Apparently others are available during the day, but I just saw the more specific one appears at night above the crevasse. It's like, ah, that's exactly where I need it. So yes, let's do this. There he is. Monstro. Can you hear me? This is Jean-Eric. Look, a sperm whale has emerged from the depths. Sperm whales have long been intrinsically connected to the livelihoods of humans, so much so that every bit of their teeth, blubber, and meat was used to the full. I wonder if there's anything we can do for them in return. It's our duty to do so, don't you think? I say we get him a good meal. Where'd he go? Okay, he's going down too, so we're just gonna join him. That's it, buddy. We've got food waiting for you. Nice calamari treat. What a beaut. Hey, Kobama. Alright. Is our whale friend still around? He better be. Whale friend? Where'd you go? Come on, whale friend. Love, or did he just despawn because how do you transition between the two? Oh my gosh. The Nintendo Museum looks really cool. When will I actually get to see it? I don't know. So right idea, just need to get it in the right place. But I don't know if it's being guided down here or not. down in hope. Okay, there's our squid. Where's our sperm whale? I even spotted one. I feel like I'm doing something wrong because it shouldn't be this tricky. It's so weird. It was heading straight down, seemed to be going the right direction, but I transitioned with it and it's gone. Can I write it down? Is that what I'm supposed to do? It's definitely the trickiest puzzle we've had in this game. We just need to find sperm whale friend again. Hopefully it's still, I think it's still night. Alright, well, I will have to make another attempt next time. Hopefully figure this out, because just not having any luck. It is still night. This is a main story quest, 556. We need to get that sperm whale over to the giant squid if we're going to continue on. How we do it? I don't know. But we'll figure it out. We're actually really close to the end. It's actually quite possible, if we get past this, to beat this game next time. So, well, finish the main story. Obviously, as you can see, there's a ton more to do. But as far as main story stuff, we might be able to finish it. So, yeah. Cool stuff all around there. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this, had fun. Of course, I'll be back on Wednesday for our next Mega Man game, which will be Wily and Light No Rockboard, That's Paradise. Thursday will be our single session stream for Muramasa the Demon Blade. And Sunday, we'll be starting a brand new long game with Tales of the Abyss. So we can look forward to that. Let's see who we can... Well, first we need a raid message. What would be a good one? What's a good raid message? Where's the whale? Yeah, we can do that. Where's the whale? Let's see if we can raid real quick. There we go. We haven't raided Shell Shock in a while, and they're playing Devil May Cry 4. Excellent game. Excellent game. Alright, we'll raid him, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope you all take care. Thank you so much for being here. And see you either, if you're only here for Endless Ocean, see you next week for possible conclusion, or Wednesday for our Mega Man Monopoly. Until then, everyone, bye.